What's up, guys?
All right, team. What's up, JC? What's up, bro? All right, guys. So yeah, we have BKSY running up right now. You can see it's at 245s. So BKSY is running up right now. Let me see what else we got. The Fed minutes documentation is going to be released at 2 p.m. We'll see how the market reacts to that. Let me know what you guys are watching. And we'll see what the market does. Bullish or bearish on Fed minutes report. What's up, Brian? Bull bear on Fed minutes report. Here is the link. Y'all also hit the like button. Yeah, it's coming out at 2 p.m. Pistol. First move after Fed minutes, usually a fake out. And so, yeah, we'll get the report here live. And we'll go over it and all that good stuff. It's dropping, just to clarify, it's dropping at 2 p.m., right? And it should be on the FOMC website. Bullish, I vote short squeeze because I'm heavy long right now. Okay. We'll see. Quick question, guys. Would you guys prefer the stream to be like this? Kind of like classic normal live stream in the morning, or would you prefer it a little bit cleaner like this? Smaller charting, but a little bit cleaner. I can also just kind of adjust the Benzinga scans to give a little bit larger chart here to make it a little bit better for, and I can make these a little bit smaller as well. Maybe this might be a new move. Look, this can go really small here. This can maybe go here. And then we can lower this a little bit, make it a little bit more friendly towards live streaming, charting this way. Kind of like this. Maybe lower it even more like this. There we go. That's not bad, right? I'll give you a little rundown of what's going on. Look at BKSY ripping up. Wow. BKSY ripping up pretty deeply ahead of time. But I don't think about like that. That's probably a bit better. Hey, what's up, Hammer? Like this. GameStop up 28%. Man, look at BKSY run here. It's a big move. Yeah. All right, guys. Fed minute report dropping in 11 minutes. Today we've been mostly break even. I mean, we ended up trading the Q and the SPY itself. I might try to trade this Fed meeting. It just depends on the reaction to see if we can get like a nice trend going. Let me see. Here's the calendar. There it is. All right, so yeah, the calendar. FOMC minutes meeting of May 3 to 4th. right, so SPY currently sitting at 394.70s. It's still waiting. So the file, the PDF file will basically go live at 2 p.m. in 9 minutes. Basically, correct. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The last one was about 12 pages long, um, and we'll have to wait to see the interpretation of this. And we'll see how the market responds to it as well. Do you guys want me to just read the whole thing? It's going to be a long document. Hey, what's up, Max? GOVX just did an offering. Look at BKSY run. Wow, man. GOVX basically just scammed everybody that got involved with it. Oof, dude, that's tough. Look at that. Oh, man. GOVX just got dumped on offering. They just dropped news of an offering. That's terrible. Hey, what's up, Justin? Yeah, the SPY is at 394.50s. I mean, I can just read. I can read pretty quickly here. But how quickly does the market generally respond to this Fed minutes report? Fed minutes dropping at 2 p.m. And yeah, I'll drop the link as soon as I get it. How quickly does the market generally react to the Fed minutes report? Does it usually react really quickly, or does it take some time? And how does that usually work? It's at 2 p.m. Yeah, so we got 47 votes. 60% said they're bullish on the Fed minutes report. So 60%, 58% out of about 50 people so far have voted, and 58% say they're bullish. Quick. All right, guys, we got about 6 minutes until the Fed minutes report drops. About 6 minutes. Again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Sometimes the fake out within the first 5 to 10 minutes. So what about scalping the Fed minutes report? Is that like a good idea or no? You know, what do you guys think? Should I scalp it or should I just toy with it? Or should I just kind of take small size and just wait? Let me know what you guys would do. I think people are on both sides. Yeah, I mean, even just from our poll here, we did our poll. Out of 53 votes, 57% said they're bullish, 43% said they're bearish. And again, if you're just now joining us, we got about 100 and something people here now. Vote on the poll. I'm curious to see what everybody's bias is towards the Fed minutes report. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, guys, we got about 4 minutes. People priced in like 9 rate hike earlier this month. Scalping it, okay. Where can I watch? Well, there's nothing to really watch, Diego. It's more so a report that drops at 2 p.m. And so the report drops at 2 p.m. And okay, so basically every 6 weeks, just to give everybody some clarification here, every 6 weeks, the Fed meets to discuss interest rate hikes, to discuss basically whether they want to raise interest rates or lower them or keep them the same. You know, and the stock market will react, and every market usually will react to this in one way or another. And then weeks later, they post a report called the Fed Minutes on why they chose to make that decision. Basically, so the Fed Minutes report will give you a little bit more detail into why they decided to raise or lower interest rates in the Fed meeting. This one was from May 2nd, I think, May 3rd, and the 3rd and 4th report. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Last time they rose by 0.25%, correct? If I remember correctly. Chat, confirm whether that's right. Hey, what's up, Captain Crunch? How you doing, bro? Yeah, confirm that's right. They raised it by 0.25% last time, right? If what I'm remembering is correct. Anyways, let me know if you're bullish or bearish on this Fed Minutes report. It should be dropping in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Expectations seem neutral to me. Expect a surprise in either direction. Will push hard. 0.5 last time. Oh, my bad. I thought it was 0.25. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you're right. 0.5%, May 4th. Got you. Okay, you're right. Man, I don't know why I thought it was 0.25. But yeah, 0.5%. Okay. Yeah, so guys, the report should be dropping pretty soon. And we're going to be covering the stock market reactions to that here, basically. With quantitative easing, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Vote on the poll right now. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. The Fed Minutes report should be coming out pretty soon. And the last one was 12 pages long. And so, from what people are usually saying, the stock market reaction to this is usually, usually there's a fake out in the first 5 to 10 minutes is what most people are saying. And it kind of makes sense because if you think about like the psychology behind this is a 12-page full report. You know, I could show you guys it. I mean, we could show you guys the report as we're reading it. Here's the last one. But this is 12 pages long. And so it's going to take people a little while to read everybody's comments and pick up a bias regarding all of this stuff. And so it makes sense why there would be a fake out later down the line because it's going to take everybody a little while to read this thing. And so, yeah. Anyways, let's see what happens. We're going to watch the stock market reaction. I can pull it up when we get it. I'll also post the link in chat as soon as I get it as well, which should be right around now. All right, guys. So it's 2 p.m. now. It's 2 p.m. Waiting on the Fed Minutes report right now. Nothing yet. When does it usually get to the site, guys? Does anybody know? Yeah, I could read fast. All right, guys. So there's 2. If you're just not joining us, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm looking for the Fed Minutes report now, and I'll post the link if anybody wants to read it. And I can read it pretty quickly. I'm a pretty fast reader, but I don't know. All right, so the report is here. Here's the report right here. Go to the very bottom. Here's the report. So the report is out. SPY just spiked up big here from it. Here's the report right here. And then I'll actually start reading this here as well, just so we can see it. But I do see the report here. Okay, so it first starts off here. Here's the report. Now, first off, so the SPY is doing pretty well from this report being dropped. This one is 12 pages again. And you can see it starts off here. The manager turned first to a discussion on monetary policy expectations in the U.S. Federal Reserve communications since the March FOMC meeting were perceived as a signaling a more rapid removal of policy accommodation than had been expected, resulting in significant shifts in expectations regarding the path of the federal funds rate. For the current meeting, Fed fund futures implied around 50 basis points of policy rate tightening, and open market desks survey respondents assigned an average probability of 80% to that outcome. The medium desk survey respondents also projected 50 basis points. Where'd I go? I'm looking at the stock market's reaction. 50 basis points increase in the target range at 2 following meetings, and another 125 basis points of increases by the middle of the next year, bringing the projected midpoint of the target range to a peak of 3.13%, substantially higher than in previous surveys. Market participants continue to note significant uncertainty regarding the economic outlook and the degree of policy tightening ahead. This uncertainty was reflected in the dispersion in survey respondents' average probability distribution for the target range at the end of 2023. Let me turn the music off. Regarding the outlook for runoff of the Fed policy or the Fed Reserve security holdings, market participants widely expected the committee to announce the commencement of balance sheet runoff at the current meeting. Median survey responses suggested that the market participants anticipated maximum redemption caps of $60 billion per month for Treasury securities and $35 billion per month for agency mortgage-backed securities, MBSs, with the caps phased in over roughly 3 months. Survey responses continue to reflect substantial dispersion in views of the level of system open market account SOMA holdings at which balance sheet runoffs would end. The manager turned next to a discussion of U.S. financial market developments. Financial conditions tightened notably over the period. Treasury yields increased across the curve, with the rise primarily reflecting higher real interest rates. Longer-term private borrowing rates also moved higher, with 30-year fixed-rate mortgages rising above 5% to the highest levels in over a decade. Equity indexes ended the period substantially lower on net. These indexes moved up earlier in the period in connection with a perceived reduction in tail risks stemming from the war in Ukraine, but then moved lower, reportedly because of increased caution regarding the economic outlook amid the expected tightening in U.S. monetary policy. The dollar appreciated, leaving the broad trade-weighted dollar up around 2% over the period. And again, here is a little bit of a fake out since this report dropped. Just to stop for a second here. Here's a little bit of a fake out since this report dropped. You can see we got up to 396.50 and then came all the way back down under 395s for a second. Just kind of testing this level now here. Anyways, had tightened... The dollar appreciated, leaving the broad trade-weighted dollar up around 2% over the period. Viewed over a longer time horizon, financial conditions, as measured by many financial conditions indexes, had tightened by historically large amounts since the beginning of the year. Market and survey-based measures of U.S. inflation expectations continue to project a significant deceleration in inflation in the coming years. Nonetheless, and that might be a good sign here, if market and survey-based measures of U.S. inflation expectations continue to project a significant deceleration in inflation in the coming years, that should be good for the market. Anyways, to continue to read here, and it's all quoting this. Nonetheless, far forward inflation compensation rose over the period, and market participants remained attentive to the risk that in bringing inflation back to 2%, the committee would need to tighten by more than currently expected. In global financial developments, many advanced economy central banks raised policy rates over the period, and investors increasingly came to anticipate tighter monetary policy ahead in most advanced foreign economies. The Bank of Japan was an exception and was widely anticipated to maintain its accommodative policies. The yen depreciated 9% against the dollar over the intermeeting period to its weakest level in over 2 decades. Emerging market currencies remained relatively resilient, and market participants focused on the spread of COVID-19 in China and the effort of zero COVID policies, which had resulted in increasingly widespread lockdowns. The renminbi depreciated against the dollar around 4% over the intermeeting period, and the manager next turned to a discussion of developments in monetary markets and money markets. The effective federal funds rate rose 25 basis points following the increase in the target range at the March FOMC meeting and remained stable through the period. Secured overnight rates also rose by 25 basis points following the March meeting. though modest softness emerged in subsequent days. Should I read all of this or no? What do you guys think? More more rate hikes faster than expected. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the market is mostly trending down. I could read this whole thing. If not, I'm gonna just post this here. If you guys want to watch it, you can. But here's the link. Uh, yeah, y'all just go read it. I'm tired of reading, to be honest. You're welcome, guys. Look at the market severely react on the downside to 394s from the Fed minutes. Yeah, I was stoked. I mean, yeah, here comes the short. Yeah, look at the market tank here, guys. Look at the SPY. And again, if you want this report, I'll include it in the description. I'll include it. If you want the Fed minutes report, I'll drop it in the description for you. But yeah, honestly, market is dropping heavily down to 393s. And this sucks because the market was doing really well today leading up to this. It wasn't huge, but it had gapped up nicely and into the open. It had at least stayed somewhat sideways, slightly bullish up into this meeting. And you can see the SPY itself currently just dipping down under 393s now, reacting pretty heavily to the downside. Again, what people warned me would happen was mostly true, which is that we'd get the report and then there's a little bit of a lag, kind of a fake out. Initially, we popped up in that first, 6 minutes. And then after that, most probably because people read more thoroughly through the report. Now we have the SPY dipping pretty hard. The SPY's down to 392s, 393s right now. So big red candle. This red candle dropped everything by, about $1 per share, a little bit more after this dip here. So anyways, vote on the poll. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish. Yeah. Yeah, the market's mad. I stopped reading. They're like, oh, John's done. We'll show him. Time to fall, huh? Yeah, it did what it does, fake out for 5-10 minutes and then reverse. I wonder if there's a strategy in attacking this fake out. I mean, I could trade it here. Let me try. I could try trading this. I'm down slightly on the SPY today, up on the Q. Maybe I should trade the Q instead, but I could trade this. Or maybe I should just wait. I don't know. I don't really like getting stuck in stuff like this. Kind of too much indecision, to be honest. But not bad. Watching Bitcoin and Apple. Yeah, we can see how those are reacting to everything here too. Here's Apple. I mean, most large caps are going to follow the broader market. So most large caps are going to follow the broader market. And we'll see. We'll see. But Bitcoin, let me widen these things out a little bit here. Bitcoin currently at 29.7. 29.7s. I'm going to put the music back on too. Let me know if you guys can hear it. You should be able to. GameStop ran its butt. Yeah, I heard GameStop did well. Wow. AMC ripped up too. Wow. Yeah, we'll see if they continue. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. I'm holding puts. I mean, you should be doing okay. I mean, I don't know. Again, just to give you kind of an update on what the SPY did today. If you guys are just not joining us and you kind of want to see what the SPY has done today. Yesterday, SPY rebounded from the big drops it put in early in the morning. So like yesterday, we had this big red action and then we rebounded and actually ended the day green, but only slightly. And then we did gap up a little bit earlier in after hours and early pre-market. But then after that, we basically came right back down here. And so with that, it was pretty sideways day once the open happened and we ripped up some, but we've mostly been, slightly bullish, but semi-neutral, semi-bullish. If we look at the VWAP as a gauge on the long-term trend of the SPY so far today, or at least the longer-term daily trend of the SPY, you can see VWAP, we're pretty close to that now. So we're pretty close to the neutral level. It looks like we got another fake out at the SPY as a reaction to the FOC minutes report, and it's up to 395. Again, if you want the report, here's the link. Ethereum was doing a little worse than Bitcoin. BKSY and the SPY are twins? Really? BKSY is a penny stock. They don't usually follow the SPY. I think BKSY just had some good news and the SPY was SPY was not really as bullish, so I don't think BKSY is following the SPY. I think BKSY most likely just had good news come out for it. And then, the SPY started the day slightly green, but is mostly neutral if we really look at it. I mean, here's the previous closing price. So this is the level at which a stock goes from red to green and green to red right here in the middle. And we're right around that now slightly above it. So technically on the day for the S&P 500 and the SPY, we are slightly green, not a huge amount though. So we're close to break even, but slightly green on the day is what's so far the market's showing us. And if you haven't, guys, hit that subscribe button. We got about 250 people here. Not bad for, 2 p.m. And we're going to just watch the market reaction to it and see how it goes. If you haven't already, we trade live every weekday morning for free. And so if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. If you want the Fed minutes report, here's the link right here. Oh, whoa, I posted the wrong thing here. So if you want the Fed minutes report, it is right here. Yeah, so good news. Hey, what's up, Rifki? What's up? To me, it looks like the VIX just back tested the breakdown in the minutes. I think we're all about to get a short squeeze next week. Puts are getting clapped. Yeah. SPY's testing the previous closing price. So the SPY looks like it wants to go red now. I mean, it's testing it. It's right around it now. Not really any real range, though. Kind of neutral and sideways. Yeah, help me out with some. Yeah, we're also going to be covering. The a few earnings today as well. Green or red? Are you guys trading the Fed market, the Fed minutes report, or no? Let me know. Are you guys trading it? I'm going to look to see if we could get a little bit more details of what the report meant. I'm kind of reading it a little bit now. All right, so according to the FOC minutes, we're going to drop a few different reports here. And this is all from Benzinga Newswire, just to clarify. This is all from Benzinga Newswire. We're going to read these reports here. Okay, I'm going to read out this stuff now. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia is causing tremendous human and economic hardships. The implications for the U.S. economy are highly uncertain. The invasion and related events are creating additional upward pressure on inflation and are likely to weigh on economic activity. In addition, COVID-related lockdowns in China are likely to exacerbate the supply chain disruptions, and the committee is highly attentive to inflation risks. The committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at the rate of 2% over the long run. With appropriate firming in the stance of monetary policy, the committee expects inflation to return to its 2% objective and the labor market to remain strong. In support of these goals, the committee decided to raise the target range for the Fed funds rate to 0.75% to 1% and anticipate that ongoing increases in the target range will be appropriate. In addition, the committee decided to begin reducing its holdings of Treasury securities and agency debt and agency mortgage-backed securities on June 1st, as described in the plans for reducing the size of the Fed Reserve's balance sheet that were issued in conjunction with this statement. The committee will continue to monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook, and the committee would be prepared to adjust the stance of monetary policy. As appropriate, if risks emerge that could impede the attainment of the committee's goals. And the committee's assessment will take into account a wide range of information, including readings on public health, labor market conditions, inflation pressures, and inflation expectations, and financial and international developments. And again, this was all quoting from the Fed minutes meeting and Benzinga's report on it. So overall economic activity edged down in the first quarter. Household spending and businesses, fixed investment remained strong. And yeah, if you want the full report here. Yeah, 50-50, don't think so. Is that what the report says? It's 47.53. SPY looking a little jumpy. Yeah, for sure, man. Look at the SPY. SPY's running up. It's at 396s. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, market's starting to look strong here. It's starting to creep back up from this report. And I mean, it's testing the previous highs throughout the day. So the SPY is getting ready to kind of test, some of the highs I put in pre-market, which are right around, 396, 396.50. Currently, we are right around 396 now. And this was the previous pre-market high. We also have the high of the day up here right around 397.50, way up here. So we also have the previous high of the day way up here at 397.50. So if we break that, then we are going to be looking a little bit better. We also have some highs over here at like 398 from earlier in the week on the 23rd. And I think these are all really important levels. So we'll see if we can break these. $400 up there is obviously the big one, but these are kind of the big resistance levels that we're going to be running into from earlier in the week, in my opinion. If we look at this, we got kind of all these ranges up here, but you're going to start running into these resistances on the SPY if we make this a little bit bigger. You can see all these resistances that we're kind of tapping right now at 396.50, 396, 397 is up there, 397.50, 398, kind of half and whole dollars. All right, so market's kind of rejecting, running into that resistance from previously in the week here. And again, if we zoom out and we look at like a 15-minute chart or a 30-minute chart, I think it's a little bit more obvious the resistance I'm referring to. Again, we got that previous high at around 398 from the 23rd. So what is that, Monday? So we have Monday's highs up there. And then we've got pre-market highs from today. Pre-market highs were right around 396 early this morning or late yesterday. And then early this morning, 396.50 put in a high up there as well. So we're kind of tapping those levels now. You can see when the market moved up there to test it, it kind of went right up to that 396.50 level and then fell right back down. So we'll see what we get. But this is the price action since the Fed minutes meeting, this right here. So this is the Fed minute reaction basically right now. This is all the price action from it. And so we'll see what we get. Forced breathing is tyranny. If you want to see the full minutes report, it's right here. That's the Fed report right there. Just posted it to the chat. And so, we'll see if we can break the top of this. BKSY still rampant. Clean layout makes it much easier to follow your commentary. Yeah, I might switch to this. What I'll have to do is make the charting bigger. Maybe only use a few charts and see if that works. Yeah, BKSY up there at 280s. You guys think we go higher or lower? Oof, I really don't know. Again, judging by the reports, Senator Majority Leader Schumer said, quote, "We are going to vote on gun legislation for the FOMC meeting. Although economic activity edged down in the first quarter, household spending and businesses' fixed investments remained strong. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia is causing tremendous human and economic hardships. The implications for the U.S. economy are highly uncertain." And this is all quoting from the FOMC meeting. "The invasion and related events are creating additional upward pressure on inflation and are likely to weigh on economic activity. In addition, COVID-related lockdowns in China are likely to exacerbate supply chain disruptions. The committee is highly attentive to inflation risks." And then if we keep reading, the committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at the rate of 2% over the long run. With appropriate firming in the stance of monetary policy, the committee expects inflation to return to its 2% objective and the labor market to remain strong. In support of these goals, the committee decided to raise the target range for the federal funds rate to 0.75% to 1% and anticipates that ongoing increases in the target range will be appropriate. In addition, the committee decided to begin reducing its holdings of Treasury securities and agency debt and agency mortgage-backed securities on June 1st, as described in the plans for reducing the size of the Federal Reserve's balance sheet that were issued in conjunction with this statement. Again, we're still quoting the FOMC minutes meeting. The committee will continue to monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook. The committee would be prepared to adjust the stance of monetary policy, and in assessing the appropriate stance of monetary policy, the committee would be prepared to adjust the stance. Of monetary policy as appropriate if risks emerge that could impede the attainment of the committee's goals. The committee's assessment will take into account a wide range of information, including readings on public health, labor market conditions, inflation pressures and inflation expectations, and financial and international developments, end quote. And that's all from the FOMC meeting. So that's basically the talking points from it. Currently, the SPY is up to 395.70. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what we got so far. I'll put up a few more of these, or maybe just make this larger too. All right, so we're at 396. I mean, the trend right now looks to be more bullish. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be bullish, but the trend certainly looks to be more bullish right now. Now, again, there's no telling if the trend will continue, but as I said, the SPY is currently at like 396s. So we're right around 396, and we'll see, All right, so SPY currently at 396. All right, so BKSY is at around 290. So BKSY has been the penny stock that honestly has gone the craziest. All right, guys. So SPY just broke 396.50. He's got up to 396.75 on the Fed minutes report. Yeah, GOVX did an offering, absolutely destroyed everything, bro. Got absolutely brutally beat up, man. Just terribly beat up, dude. Just rough. Y'all do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. Any chance of bulls long? Adam? We can check out Adam. I mean, we're kind of looking at everything. Today we got NVIDIA earnings that we're going to be covering as well. And NVIDIA is ramping up with this also. So we'll see. Yeah, BKSY is flying. All right, guys. So, yeah, let me know. Right now, SPY up to 396s. All right, guys, so 397s for the SPY. There goes NVIDIA start to ramp up. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Yeah, so right now, market's ramping. Like I said, trend was bullish. Let's see if it continues. SPY up to 397s. Hey, what's up, Ray? Bullish or bearish on this report, guys? So we got about 400 votes, bullish or bearish on the Fed minutes report. 48% said bull, 52% said bear. And so let me know what you guys are. SPY currently at 397.04s. And again, does everybody, if you don't know what the Fed minutes report is, just to give you kind of a quick rundown, every 6 weeks, the Fed meets to talk about interest rates, whether they want to raise or lower interest rates. They talk about labor numbers and all that stuff, and workforce numbers. Basically, what has to do with interest rates and work numbers and workforce things. They do that every 6 weeks. Now, after that, weeks later, they post what's called the Fed Minutes Report, which details why they chose to make the decision that they made in the Fed meeting every 6 weeks. Right. So every 6 weeks they make a decision, raise, lower interest rates, and all this other stuff. And weeks later, they drop a report called the Fed Minutes detailing why they chose to make that decision. The report for this 6 week period, which was the May 3rd and 4th Fed meeting, the report for that is out now. It came out at 2 p.m. and the market is reacting to it. Overall, the market has reacted positively to this report, and you can see the SPY currently at 397s right now, rebounded from where it was. The report basically came out at 2 p.m. right here. So you can see when the report came out, the SPY was at just under 395s. Currently, we're just under 397s. So we're up about $2 a share in the SPY. So not bad reaction to this so far. And again, we'll see if it continues. We'll see what happens here with it. But that's basically what's going on with this Fed Minutes report and why it's relevant and important. All right, SPY down to 397s. And we'll see if it holds. Q going to 294 and selling off into the close. Is it really? How's the Q's reaction to this? Q we made a little bit of money on. We traded a bunch today. We ended up slightly down, but the Q we made a little bit of money on today. So we are down. What are we down? We're down $8 today. We traded a lot too. But we were down way more at one point and kind of rebounded some. So we were down $8.29. But you can see how much money we threw around to get that outcome. We bought 4,000 shares total of the Q today. And if we look at the calculator here, just to kind of show you what kind of numbers we threw around today, even on a break-even day like this, which is going to happen, we threw around about $1.1 million in equity back and forth today in our trading. So we threw around some money. Shout out to margin accounts for instant settlement, but yeah, Q is at 290s. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys are watching. All right, guys. So all right, guys, SPY ramping up again at 291s, or the Q ramping back up again at 291s. Now here's the SPY testing 397s. Let's see if it breaks. ENOB. Yeah, 397s. Be sure to join our Discord community. There's the link in chat. Picking up some bazillion numbers now. Market's consolidating up there. SPY currently at 397. All right, so Nvidia's got first quarter earnings. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All right, guys. All right, guys. Market pulling back some to 397 or 396.50s. This will drop. Yeah, I'm here, Baylor. What's up, dude? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'll just change it so that you can't do it. And it'll also encourage people to subscribe. So, I mean, either way, that's fine. Yeah, so, I mean, the market actually bounced up pretty nicely from this. Y'all hit the subscribe button. SPY move it up a little bit. You know, we'll see if it holds. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the poll right now that everybody took. 48% are bull, 52% are bear. Yeah, guys, we got a 5-minute. Because we get bots, it's not that I'm trying to block people out, but because we've been getting bots, I put it in sub-only mode. And so go ahead and hit the subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already, and you'll be able to chat soon. Hey, thank you, Mauricio. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, 52% are bear, 48% bullish. We're pretty much split down the middle. Yeah, it's all good, you know. Yeah, I mean, let's see if we hold over 396.50s. We'll see. Red box. Yeah, red box ran. You know, we also have BKSY, which is probably the biggest runner today. This one's up to $3, man. Just crazy moves, honestly. Huge, ridiculous moves. So mostly bullish. So for Thomas VG says, what was the big trend for the FOMC meeting? Mostly bullish. If we look at the SPY, the FOMC meeting dropped right here, and we are mostly up from it up to 397s. $397.30s right now, so the market's trending really nicely, up to $397.50s. I've been trading since pre-market. I think I'll go outside. Hey, have fun, bro. Market just tapped highs of the day, guys. I got up to 397.50s. 397.50s on the SPY. Yeah, I feel you, Sean. Yeah, you know how it goes, bro. All right, market tapped highs and then got rejected pretty quickly. So looking pretty rough. I'll be right back, guys. All right, you can see here the SPY just rejected. All right, so the SPY just tested and rejected at the high of the day. Still waiting for the next test, but bullish trend currently. DKS. Yeah, DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods, good earnings, huge run. All right, SPY still testing up there. Still looks pretty strong. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. Yeah, market's still trying to test these highs, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Market's still trying. Thank you. Thank you. Gotta take my stomach medicine. Hey. All right, guys. So that was the market's reaction to the Fed meeting. At 397s right now, 397s. Getting ready to stream the NVIDIA earnings as well. All right, guys, are y'all bullish or bearish at the power hour close? Who trades NVIDIA but big money? It's more so we're covering a little bit of everything on the channel. It's not about trading it. I mean, we can trade NVIDIA. I can buy it if I want. It looks very strong. But it's more so they have earnings coming out today. And so it's not really day trading. It's more so investing in market strength or weakness is what the NVIDIA earnings are going to show us. All right, SPY ramping up. It's at 397s. 397s. Crude up. I played some calls on NVIDIA and makes good moves. NVIDIA and AMD so abused. NVIDIA, one of my best. Crude up. SPY just ripped up here. Ramping up big. We're poking around on NVIDIA. BKSY is up big. Kind of scaling into this little dip. Even though it's mostly following the market, 20 shares of Nvidia. You see the market responds. See if the market breaks this high. It looks like it wants to. We're in Nvidia small. Buy this. 30 shares. I think I gotta exit out of some stuff here. I got too many windows up. All right, we use 168 as a risk here on this little Nvidia trade. It's also going to depend on what the market does here, you know. Oh, I got to switch this. Oh, that sucks. I tried to add right there where it would have been a beautiful ad, and for whatever reason, it said I needed. I forgot to change it from EXT. I still got way too much lag on my computer right now. Hold on. There we go, slightly green. There we go. Took that share off. All right, so we're actually green on the day after this trade. Got a little baby trade in there. We'll maybe buy the dip again. You know, we bought 40 shares of Nvidia. We'll see what happens. All right, Nvidia ripped up. Market's moving back up to test these highs. All right, market just broke highs again. Market just broke highs again at 397s. 397s. The interpretation is mostly bullish. If you want to, here's some cliff notes from Benzinga if you want to know. FOMC, although the overall economic activity edged down in the first quarter, household spending and business fixed investment remained strong. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia is causing tremendous human and economic hardships. The implications for the U.S. economy are highly uncertain. The committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at a rate of 2% over the longer run, and the committee will continue to monitor the implications of the incoming information for the economic calendar. The committee would be prepared to adjust the stance of monetary policy. End quote. That's basically a little rundown on some of the Fed minutes, according to Benzinga. Mostly the reaction by traders and the market itself is positive. You know, the SPY itself, the Fed meetings came out here. We'll put a big arrow on it. Fed meetings came out here. And we'll try to make it large. Fed meetings came out here, and this is the market's reaction to it. So pretty positive. No, I'm okay. All right, so Nvidia up there to 170s, 170s. Honestly, the bot attacks was just an excuse for me to put my stream on sub-only mode and gain more subscribers. So like, it's fine. We've grown by like 80 or 90 subscribers today. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. We're gonna buy 20 shares of Nvidia here so we can get another ramp up. All right, big down wick here. We're going to actually add into this 40 shares again. There we go. Getting a quick little pop up there towards highs. Breaking highs again, popping up there. We'll cover a little piece. See if we get another ramp up over this. Cover up about 20, a little bit under 20. All right, guys, SPY breaking highs again. Yeah, anytime you curse BH, it'll just get weird. You know what I mean? The chat, they, you know. All right, guys, SPY up to 397s. NVIDIA ramping up too. All right, guys, so there's the SPY at 297s. Let's see if it holds. All right, guys, SPY just broke highs against tapping 398s. NVIDIA is up there as well. All right, you ready? Huh? All right. All right, guys, SPY breaking highs up to 398s. The NVIDIA report drops at 4 p.m., so in about an hour. SPY up to 398.20s, 398.30s right now. Nvidia just broke highs up to 169, almost 170. SPY up to 398.50s, ramping up after the Fed minutes report had an optimistic interpretation. And so with that said, traders are having an optimistic interpretation of the Fed minutes report and the SPY itself. You can see this white arrow here. This is when the Fed minutes report dropped at this white arrow here. And you can see the bullish strength that we got from the Fed minutes report dropping and what that means for the market itself. So yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens. SPY up to almost 399s here. Will it break $400 in power hour? SPY up to 398s, 70s. Nvidia up to 170. Okay, just wait. We're gonna have you. Hold on. All right, guys, so I'm going to close this stream and we're going to go to our next NVIDIA dedicated stream. And so if you're subscribed to my channel, and really even if you're not, you won't have to go anywhere. So as soon as I end this stream, it'll bring you to my NVIDIA stream with Carol. And so SPY breaking highs up to 399s right now, 399s. Let's see if it breaks $400 today. It really kind of needs to. I'd be very happy if it does. But yeah, market is breaking highs. Market is breaking highs, and Nvidia is ramping up. It's at 170.50, 170.50. So big moves here, big numbers. Let's see if it continues. Yeah, just hold on. Market ramping up, breaking highs here. All right, guys, I'll be right back. We're going to switch it over to our next show, which is the NVIDIA earnings. And so, yeah, we're going to be covering the NVIDIA earnings in our next show.